Hey guys, and welcome to today's video on my favorite page style 14. So that's what my favorite page style number 14 looks like, and I really love to include this page style in my albums because, as you can see here, it's basically two larger flaps. And I actually like to place photos in size 6 by 8 on both of these flaps, so on the inside. But then you can place even more photos on the basic page, and to close it up you can just tie a ribbon. Then we need to attach tape right next to the scoring lines, and I actually like to use 3/8 of an inch score tape for this. And after attaching our tape, we want to cut off the corners of the little flaps we created with scoring. So for this, I like to turn around my cardstock and then I get my small scissors and I just cut it an angle right next to the scoring lines. And just make sure that you don't accidentally cut into the scoring lines, but just next to them. Once you have cut off the corners, you can go ahead and actually fold up the little flaps we created. And for this, turn around your cardstock because you don't want to fold it up on the side where you scored it or where you placed the tape on. So we want to fold it on the back side. And then I also like to get my bone folder and burnish it down. And then we can attach our pattern paper A onto our cardstock element A. And when I attach my pattern paper onto my cardstock elements, I always prefer to use wet glue instead of tape because by using wet glue, you are still able to move around your pattern paper until you find the right position and have an even border of cardstock around it. And to make sure that it sticks in place, I also like to use my bone folder and burnish it down around the edges. And because I noticed that I used a little bit too much glue, I got my glue eraser and I just removed all the glue marks on the border. Now for the next step, we want to attach our ribbon onto our basic page. And for this, first I want to find the middle of the basic page. So I get my ruler and then I just mark the middle on both sides. And I really love the Tim Holtz ruler for this because it makes finding the middle so easy. And then you would need to just rip off two pieces of tape and place them right there where you marked the middle. And then you can get the ribbon and remove the tape backing on one side and then just attach it to the tape. And to make it stick in place, I actually like to get another piece of tape and just place it on top of the ribbon as well. So this is just to secure it a little bit more. And then we need to repeat the same for the second piece of ribbon on the other side. But as you can see here, I actually didn't cut my ribbon into pieces before, so that's what I'm doing here. And then I attached it to the basic page, and to make sure that I cut it off right from the roll, I got my ruler again and I actually just measured the other piece of ribbon which I already had cut from the ribbon roll. And as you can see here, you want it to be like hanging from the edge of your basic paper at around 13 or 14 inches. Now for the next step, we want to attach our cardstock elements A onto our basic page. And for this, as always, I like to get off the tape backing just from one side first. And then I hold up the sticky side and use the other side where the tape is still covered with the backing to actually find the right position. So I make sure that I align it evenly to the corners and the edge of the basic page. And once I have it in the right position, I can then press it down and remove the rest of the tape backing. And then, of course, I do exactly the same for the other cardstock element A. And I also like to get my bone folder to burnish it down, especially over the ribbon so that it sticks very well. And now we can attach our pattern paper for the basic page onto our basic page. And you want to attach your pattern paper for the basic page in the last step, because this way you are able to also cover the attachment of the ribbon and also the little flaps from Cardstock Elements A. And after attaching the pattern paper onto my basic page, I also use my bone folder to burnish it down. And then we are basically done with the page style, so you can just close it up and tie a ribbon bow. But what I also like to do when I use ribbon in my page styles, I always want to make sure that they don't rip apart so easily. So I actually get a lighter and then I just burn the ends of the ribbon, and this actually prevents them from ripping apart. So yeah, that's it for today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it. If you did so, please give it a thumbs up, and also I would love to get your feedback in the comments down below. So if you have any question, you could also leave it in the comments, and then see you in my next video. Bye!